Hi, my name's Kim. I'm a yoga teacher and a tantrika, and I'm here today to talk to you about life and vitality and juiciness and juicy living. I come from a really kind of traditional background. I was married for 23 years, had 2 kids, now I have 4 grandchildren. And once my kids were grown and I divorced, I found myself in this really uncharted territory of like, what was I going to do, and who am I, and where am I going, and what's life all about? And so if a girlfriend and I mustered up enough courage to go to a beginning Tantra weekend. And it was quite a scary thing to do, and it was a big step for us. But you know, when it was all complete, the most powerful thing of that weekend was actually the day after. And the day after, I took myself to breakfast, and when I got to breakfast, all of a sudden I realized things tasted just a little bit different. And afterwards, I went for a walk in the woods, and I really began to notice that the wind felt a little bit different on my body, and the sun was different on my face. There was a hawk overhead. Things started suddenly to sort of pop, and what I noticed was that my sensual nature had exploded. And I was sensing and feeling things. There were scents in the air, the flowers smelled different, the water in the river smelled different. And I really realized that there was a whole part of life that I had not explored, that I had not seen. In those years of really taking care of kids and a husband and all of that lusciousness, I had really not had the opportunity to deeply and fully go into my own erotic and sensual nature. I was full of this wonder and amazement, like I couldn't believe. I felt like a little girl, and I couldn't wait to go out and taste the rest of the world. Now, many times what I've learned and what I've heard from people is that they really are living a life of isolation and being really alone, and that they don't quite know how to connect, how to have connection, where intimacy is at, and how to really interact with people in a deep, really heart-based kind of way. I know many people who really live their life feeling very isolated and very disconnected. They're looking for and they're struggling with how to have intimate connections, how to open their heart, how to even have an intimate connection or an intimate understanding of themselves. I have people who tell me that sometimes walking around life sort of feels like they're sleepwalking. And what I want to say is now's the time to wake up. Let's wake up. And one of the ways to wake up is through a deep practice of Tantra, through opening our physical body and our energy body. Now, some people think that Tantra is this way to a bigger, badder orgasm, or it's the way that you're gonna like be able to have sex all night long. And what I wanna say is that's a really great byproduct of some of the tantric practice that's possible, but Tantra is way more than that. And Tantra starts way over at a personal, individual level, what we call white Tantra, where the only other person involved in that Tantra is you and spirit. And it goes all the way to red, and that's where those bigger orgasms might come from and where we might get to. But what I want to say is that that's not the goal of Tantra. It's not the core, it's not the heart, and that's not really what we're after. That way before any of that, there is this delicious, deep, rich opening opportunity that we have to really explore our own awakening, to explore our own body. Now, speaking of bodies, we all know that we're sensual creatures. It's no secret. And in that, what I also know is that my body's covered with sensory perceptibility, that I can experience the softest breeze and the most excruciating pain. Our physical bodies are amazing, what they can do. So the practice, the Tantra practice, definitely includes our physical body. But the other part that includes is our subtle energy body. And it's that subtle energy body, when those come together, that I have a new access and a new understanding and a new ability to really reach into the places of sensuality, of juiciness, of succulence, of vitality, and to blend that and integrate that into a way with my deepest spirituality. I offer private sessions for both individuals and couples. I offer workshops and practice groups for us to come together to really open our hearts, open our bodies, open our spirit, and most importantly, to wake up and be able to feel all of this joy and beauty that's around us. I'd like to leave you with a quote from Daniel Odier that says, "The capacity for total wonder is the very essence of awakening." So I invite you to join me in the wonder and in the awakening. I look forward to hearing from you, and whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're single or you're a couple, whether you're gay or you're straight, I have something and I have an offering that I think will help open your heart. And if anything here at all has sparked you, I'd love to have you call me for a free consultation, sign up for my newsletter, check out the other offerings on the website, and do have a bright, joyous, and vital day.